Hey everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm doing a process video for the Off the Board monthly hop. This is a day, last Wednesday of every month, where a bunch of crafty scrapbookers get together and find something on our Pinterest boards to inspire us, and then we make a scrapbook layout for it. So one of the things that I have pinned, well, I have a lot of stuff pinned in like a scrapbook / cards Pinterest board. I also have a scrapbook challenges board, and I haven't been very good about playing along with challenges recently, but I really do enjoy them. And so one of the things that I have pinned in that board are the Scrap Room challenges. The Scrap Room is a kit club, and they host monthly challenges with sketches, the Freaky Fast Formula Challenge, which I'm really fond of, and a lot of other cool things. So I decided that for this month's Off the Board, I was going to go into that pin and go to the Scrap Room blog and do their monthly sketch challenge. So I'm using up a bunch of random stuff from my stash for this one, which is really fun because and I know a lot of you are doing like a shop your stash kind of year, or maybe you're doing it just 1 month out of the year, or however you're doing it. So hopefully this is inspiring to you and kind of showing you different ways that you can use items that are in your stash, especially like scrap paper, like what I'm doing here. Just cutting it down to different sizes, creating banners with it. I did have that 12 by 12 doodlebug paper that was all intact, so that's going to be my background. And then I had just scrap leftovers from a previous kit that I put together, and I'm going to do it. So as you watch me get started with this, I hope that you will also take a second to go down into the description box below and make sure you hop along to everybody else who's playing this month, so you can see how they were inspired, what their pin was that they chose, and how they were inspired to create. Some people do sketches or just other layouts that they'd like to scrap lift. Sometimes people find an image with maybe a color scheme or like a mood board or something that inspires them. So it's really interesting to see how people interpret the challenge and interpret their pin in different ways. So for this one, I'm kind of keeping it pretty similar to the original sketch. I've got my background paper. I've got a big like banner piece. I feel like I kind of cut the banner a little too too much, but that's okay. And then I took the butterfly paper and I also cut it into a banner. I think in the original sketch it's actually just like a straight rectangle, but I was in a banner mood. So I'm gonna back my photos with some more extra pink doodlebug designs paper, just trying to do like a mixture of solids or solid-ish type of things with patterns. So I'm gonna back those two photos, and then I'm also gonna add another pattern paper behind them, just doing a little bit of layering. These are photos from when my daughter went to her spring fling dance, her first school dance, and I do have another layout that I created for this event using photos of myself and my daughter. You've probably seen a process video for that here on the channel already, but I'm going to do this layout and put it in her school scrapbook album. Yes, I am making not only regular yearly scrapbook albums for myself and my family, but I'm also going to start doing a school scrapbook for my kiddos. So anything that has to do with school, events that happened at school or whatnot, that's all going to go in there. So I actually don't have the album, like the physical album. I just have a bunch of finished scrapbook layouts in a plastic bag, and then a bunch of like her school artwork and stuff that I'm going to include in there too. It's a big mess, and I really need to get an album so that I can get these things organized and put away. They're taking up quite a bit of space in my scrap room right now, but and I know that I can't include everything. She brought home a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that I want to include in the scrapbook album. And I know that her teacher at the end of this school year, they put together portfolios of the kids' schoolwork and some photos that were taken at school, and that's really, really great. It was made on all like laminated construction paper, so I'm not sure how sturdy that's going to be, which is why I want to do my own like scrapbook and my own thing, my own way to keep her work and photos from school kind of put together in one safe, sturdy place. So yeah, this is going to go in that album, and I'm using up some extra, very old, some older embellishments from previous Best of Both Worlds kits. I don't even know when I got that bike. Obviously, we're not bike riding in these photos, but because this is the spring fling dance and there are flowers, I wanted to pull some like springy things from my stash just to throw those in there and get them used up, because why am I continuing to save them? I'm done scrapbooking spring photos. I need to get my June photos, my June and July photos printed actually, get our vacation photos printed. So like spring is done for me. So I'm going to use what spring embellishments I have left in new ways for this layout, and and it feels really good to use some stuff up. So the word spring is actually a foam thing, foam sticker thing from a Simple Stories collection. The word fling are very cute little alpha stickers from a Polish company. I can't remember. It came in a Not Just for Boys Kit Club kit. And then I've also got some Simple Stories I Am and some other Simple Stories from the spring collection, those stickers. I can't remember what the name of that collection was. And then that's a pretty little studio tag that I cut in half, and I'm going to have the top part sticking out up at the top and then the bottom of it coming down through behind that polka dot paper so that it looks like it's much longer than it really is. I also am going to do a little bit of splatters because that's what I like to do. So after I write in the journaling first, splatters later. I think I have 3 colors of splatters. Oh, and I have sequins. So these sequins were in my stash. I'll get to the splatters in a second. These sequins were in my stash, and I kind of liked how the colors looked with the colors of the pattern paper that I chose. So I decided, let's break these sequins out. I've had them for many, many years. I think it's an old Cheeky Studio a Cheeky Studio sequins mix, and so I'm like, let's use them. I'm just adhering them down with glue dots. I already have them kind of placed in like little embellishment clusters of 3 because that's how I like to do it, the rule of 3. And then I'm going to do my journaling, and then I'm going to do 3 colors of the misting spray. So I think I've got that lemonade color from Tim Holtz. I've got Don't Rain on My Parade from Shimmers, and then I think I did I do Saltwater Taffy or Kitsch Flamingo? Now I can't remember, but it's one of the 2. And I really like the way all 3 of those colors look together, and it's just easy to splatter along, especially with that big teal paper. It just feels like it needs a little bit of something extra because it is kind of plain, just being a solid color. I also hand drew a border around that pink paper. I love doing that. I think it just kind of gives it a finishing look, especially if the background paper is a big pattern like that, or any type of pattern. I just think it gives it a nice finishing look, so that's why I did the hand-drawn border. It doesn't have to be super straight. It can be a little crooked or wobbly. It's totally okay. I love the way that looks in the end, really. And so I hope that you consider trying that out the next time you do a scrapbook layout. So yeah, I'm just doing the splatters, and then there are going to be some close-ups to follow, some close-up photos so you guys can see things in a little bit more detail. Thanks for bearing with me as I continue testing out, editing these videos on my phone, and thanks for watching all the way to the end too. If you're a subscriber, thanks for coming back and watching, and if you're new to the channel, I hope this was inspiring and that you consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on more process videos. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Leave me a comment to say hey, and I'll see you next time. Bye!